Hello everyone, I'm Barb Owen of HowToGetCreative.com, and I'm here today to tell you about a new class we have at HowToGetCreative.com. The name of the class is How to Bind a Quilt. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples of what I'm talking about. So this is the bound edge to finish the quilt. This is a little art quilt. It is done with writing on my sewing machine. So my sewing machine was the tool to create the text. And then because it has batting and backing and a top fabric, somehow you have to finish the edge. And one way to do that is to bind it with either a bias binding or a straight cut binding. And so that is what we're going to do in this class. I'm going to show you both and talk to you about both things and show you how to create binding from straight strips. I'm going to show you how to cut bias binding, how to put the strips together, how to bind the quilt, and most importantly, how to seamlessly connect the beginning and ending of your bias binding or your straight binding so that you cannot tell where you started and stopped your binding. Here's another example of a bound edge quilt all the way around. You can do this with a contrasting color. You could even do it with the same color that you used for the top of the quilt if you wanted to for some reason, but I like to use it as include it as a design element, so I usually do something different with that bound edge. So there you can see it on the back side. So this is a separate piece that's applied to the quilt once it's finished. And here's just another silly example. This is a little art quilt. This is a silly yak that I drew and turned it into an art quilt. And here is the bound edge with a contrasting color of binding again. Pardon the yowling Siamese in the background. He's not happy about being closed off, and he wants to be out here with me and talking to you guys. So here is an example, another example, and a third example of quilts that have been finished with a bound edge. Part of it's done with machine, part of it's done by hand. And I'll even show you in the class how to do a two-color binding like this. So it has the appearance that it has piping, which it doesn't, but it looks like it has piping around the edge. So you can use an accent color in your binding. So this is just a little sample to show you that technique. So if you have pieces of art sitting around, that fabric art that need to have a finished edge and you'd like to learn how to bind them, come on over to HowToGetCreative.com and sign up for a membership. You can sign up for a trial membership for just $1 for the month. Or if you're a member, you'll see a link that pops up on the screen that you click it. You can go straight over to the member area. If you're not, you're interested in checking us out, you'll see another link that says Become a Member. Click that link. It'll take you over and fill you in on all the details. I'd love to have you come over and check us out, take a class, do a bunch of classes. Come and stay. Get a cup of coffee and just plan to spend some time looking around on the website and taking advantage of the dozens of classes that we have available over there that cover all different kinds of creative arts. I'm Barb Owen, and I would love to see you. In fact, I'll see you in class. Remember to get creative today because you know it's easy, and I'll see you next time.